Everyone, the Dollar Tree is in full spring mode and I am ready. So I just have a nice springy Dollar Tree haul to show you guys today. First thing that I'm pretty excited to try is the Wick Stick Ups. Now on here you see this, they have it in a closet, they have it on a trash can, but it's going on my kitty cat's litter box. My kitty cat is so stinky that he runs out of the room. He doesn't walk, he runs after he does things that are stinky. You know what I mean. It's supposed to last up to a whole month. Well, they're only $1. They don't smell terrible at all. Of course, they're Airwick. So, I'm hoping that these are going to work very well. The bird you hear in the background is just something I have playing on my iPad for my little parakeets over there while they have dinner. Alright, so stick ups at the Dollar Tree. I haven't seen these there before, so I think these are fairly new, either this week or within the past few days. Oh, so much stuff. I ended up getting a nice spring scented, what is this, fabric softener. A whole extra 5 sheets for me. Woot woot! They had 2 scents in this. They both smelled really good, but my husband and I are like, yeah, let's go for something springy. So they smelled really nice in case anybody was wondering. Alright. 2 oddball things. I ended up having to get a spritzer for my bearded dragons, because I have bearded dragons. And then the Dollar Tree had these nifty, well, they're these, okay? And they're not terribly sturdy, but you get 2 fluffy pads in there, and they're great for picking up dust. You know, it's spring cleaning time, so it's time to get on top of the fan blades, it's time to get around the fireplace, time to get around the fireplace and everything. And these are super soft. I have no idea what they're made of, but they're really nice, and I've already tried it and it worked really well. It's really nice on computer screens, on computer keyboards, etc., etc. Spring cleaning time is here. When you get this box, you end up getting 2 pads, which is really nice, and now I'm gonna continue on. I am a big fan of wind chimes, and they had, I'm sorry that that's so dark. I'm a big fan of wind chimes, and they just happened to have 2 different types. They had a metal one, and then they had this bamboo one. And listen to this. Doesn't that just sound like rain? Oh, I love that tinkle. So I got myself one now. Here you see all my future gardening. They had little bags of starter mix. I got 2 bags. They were a buck a piece, of course, but I want to do an indoor herb garden, and I figured, you know, I'm gonna be spending, let's see, $2 on mix, $4, $5, $6, $10 on an herb garden indoors. Okay, but it's not going to be a small indoor herb garden either. It's going to have lots of different things. So they do have this mix. I ended up getting 2 bags of these. I know I just said it, but I'm saying it again. Then I also ended up getting the seed starter greenhouse. Now I got this one because you see that it has the lid on it. Now that's really important when you're trying to get an herb garden going, because they need the heat that is generated from keeping this lid on. So I ended up getting 4 of these. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 by 3, so I can do 12 individual plants on here, get them started, and then transfer them when it warms up enough, or I can keep them in my house and have fresh herbs. My husband and I really want to do a lot of foraging and our own gardening and whatnot this year, so when we found these, we're like, you know, it's totally worth the money to just try it out. Now I also ended up, my Dollar Tree, ooh, look at that, it's supposed to be $3. I paid $1. My Dollar Tree has a lot of different flower types. They had, well, flower mixes. They had the wildflower mix, which I really like These right here, these pink ones, the posy type deals. This is really my favorite type of mix anytime I see it. They had like 5 or 6 other types. I'm tempted to go back and get some more. I'm not a big garden or flower person. I'd like to be, but I'm not yet. So keep an eye out for these if you like to garden. You'd also be able to do these inside, I'm sure, with no problem. And last but definitely not least is all the different, let's see, let me get them sorted real quick. If you want to start an herb garden, Dollar Tree is going to be a great place to get started for the spring. The only thing I got that isn't necessarily an herb, sorry, I totally just lost my train of thought. I was like, wow, I'm recording a video, I wonder what it looks like, and I lost my train of thought. Anyways, the only thing that I got that was not an herb is the spinach, because my bearded dragons, well, they can't have a lot of spinach, but they can have just a little bit. But we were hoping that we'd be able to do really well with the green foliage. So giant noble spinach. I'm not sure how many seeds come in it, but they do give you a lot of ideas. Like, I'm in Idaho, so I'd be planting mine in May. Of course, with the help of that right there, I'll be getting it started sooner. But for my herb garden, I was able to get oregano, thyme, and all these say ideal for containers, which, by the way, the Dollar Tree does have the itty bitty teeny tiny little containers that you can put them in. Sage. My mom has a pineapple sage that I really liked. Parsley. I go through lots and lots of parsley, so this is going to be my biggest one. Hopefully that, well, I'm hoping that this is going to work. I'm going to get a lot for my money. Spinach mustard, which I'm not sure what it is, but it's mustard. And that was my husband's choice, so he can eat it. Dill, which I think is actually a weed here in Idaho. Like, nobody cares about dill. But it's one of those things that I would like to find out if I can dehydrate and have for later. And last but not least, I think I've said that twice already, is the sweet basil herb. Now, one thing that I've noticed already is that you're not getting the same weight. And I'm not sure if they're counting out the seeds and like each of them have like 25 seeds or something. And it's just because the seeds are heavier, but none of these have the same weight. Anyways, that was my springy, gardeny, getting ready for not winter haul. Thanks for watching. Put a comment below if you have any experience with an herb garden and can point me in a good direction. Bye.